Hi, my name is Richard Cordero, and my topic is innovations in audio voice commands with TWS Earbuds and more. Definition: True wireless stereo earbud headsets have become a must-have accessory, widespread across demographic and social lines, and teenagers to middle-aged professionals. However, multiple design and technical challenges had left smarter earbuds with only basic push-to-talk controls. Apple changed that when they introduced their new AirPods 2 TWS Earbuds, which feature true hands-free voice control. This white paper will explore how new platforms and tools enable even the smallest earbuds to not only recognize voice commands, but to do so in noisy environments at acceptable levels of power, real estate, and cost. Applications: New audio technology helped bring out best in truly wireless earbuds. Since the first truly wireless earbuds were launched around 6 years ago, there has been substantial growth in this category, with busy lifestyles driving demand for total wireless freedom, portability, and extended battery life. Our audio innovations have already helped our customers deliver major breakthroughs in the truly wireless earbud category, with the latest generation based on Qualcomm QCC5100 and Qualcomm QCC302X series.
Hey, all here OS reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the TikPods 2 Pros by Mobvoi. These are premium TWS wireless earphones that sells for around $140. So we're still talking about a price that's cheaper than, say, the AirPods, and especially the AirPods Pros. Now, Mobvoi is a company that's perhaps more well-known for making smartwatches, like the TicWatch Pro that we checked out a few months back, and they're partially funded by Google, actually started by ex-Google employees. Now, what makes the TicPod 2 Pros interesting is they have a number of features I've never come across before on wireless earphones. One of them they're calling Tic Here is essentially always on microphones. So there's going to be 4 microphones in total. That means you can just start saying words out loud, like play music, pause music, previous song, next song, and it will do those actions accordingly on your smartphone that you're connected to. There's also a form of head tracking or motion tracking that can detect when you're actually nodding your head or shaking your head. So there's built-in accelerometers. You can use head gestures to answer a phone call by nodding your head and also shaking your head to reject a call. Aside from these interesting ways of interacting with the earbuds themselves, it still has a traditional touch-sensitive area if you want to rely on it. This time they're calling it a tickle bar, and you can actually raise the volume just by sliding your hand up and also lower the volume just by sliding things down. Now, the battery case itself is pretty compact. In fact, it's 40% smaller than their previous generation pair of TWS earbuds called the TicPods Freeze. So this is one of the smallest case designs on the market. As a size comparison, here they are next to the Apple AirPods. It's actually a little bit smaller than those, which are already very compact. Here are the Crazy Baby Air Nanos, which are also a little bit larger by contrast. Here are the Pamu Slides, which you can see are definitely thicker on the edge, even though these are already very compact. And especially, again, something like a translator, the WT2s, which, by the way, these also have a translation feature, which I'll dive into a little deeper later on in this video, but you can see how these are significantly larger by contrast. In fact, these are so small that Mobvoi claims they can fit inside of the pocket of your jeans, which sits inside of the internal pocket. It's kind of a waist pocket in a sense because not many people actually use it, and I've always been curious what it's actually designed for, and apparently also for the TicPod 2 Pro cases, which are so small they can just snugly fit in there and still give you the primary pocket to tug away a smartphone, for example. In terms of battery life, they will last for around 7 hours on a single charge for the earphones themselves, and then with the battery case, we're getting a combined total of around 24 hours, so very similar to the Apple AirPods, despite having a smaller case. They also have Qualcomm's aptX or aptX built on in, just like other premium wireless earbuds, so they will have pretty low latency when you are enjoying your music. Now, the design of the Buds themselves, as a few of you guys may have pointed out, are kind of similar to the Apple AirPods in terms of their shape. They are half in ear, which means that there is no need to replace the tips. In fact, you don't get any spare silicone tips as a result. So these are not going to be as tight or noise isolating as a more traditional fully in ear design, as you can see there, which has a tighter silicone seal. But as a result, they're easier to pop in and also to remove, just like the AirPods themselves. To begin with, let's talk about the audio quality. Overall, I would say it sounds quite good. They're very clean sounding, so there's no distortion or static that you can hear even when you're pausing the music and resuming it, or if you're turning the volume all the way down. Sound is relatively bright and fairly well balanced. Bass is not the heaviest I've come across out of wireless earphones, but they are pretty similar to the AirPods I found in terms of the overall level that you're getting. Now, the companion application also gives you a few different EQ modes that you can pick from in order to amplify the bass, mids, or trebles depending on the genre of music that you're listening to, and those do make a slight difference in the overall sound. So you can fine tune it a little bit. There's even been a firmware update that I've received in the week since I've used these that has also changed the sound signature a little bit more, pushing up the bass a bit. The mids in particular are the most prominent. So if you're listening to acoustic track, if you're listening to pop music, it does make for a very satisfying and just clean sounding experience. Nice sound overall for casual music listening. Now when it comes to the controls, they do work exactly as advertised. When it comes to being able to activate them using the tick here function is surprisingly functional, and it's really convenient as well, because a lot of times maybe your hands are preoccupied. So with these you can say pause music, play music, and the song here just resumes. I can do it again, pause music, and it just pauses, so that you'll hear a noticeable beep to give you an audible confirmation, and the sound just pauses. By the way, these also have optical sensors built on in, which means that the music will also automatically pause whenever you pop them out of your ears. So this is a feature that's pretty similar to the AirPods. There's a light sensor that detects if you're wearing them or not, and that also will prevent the music from playing when you don't actually have them inserted in your ears. In my testing, about 8 or 9 times out of 10, it picked up my voice without any problems, even when I was in a slightly crowded environment. You do need to enunciate your words, though, a little bit more clearly. As long as you're using kind of a normal talking voice, it tended to actually work surprisingly well in my testing. The same thing goes with the gestures, so things like using the tickle bar here to kind of raise the volume lower or make it higher was also surprisingly sensitive and intuitive to use compared to other earphones that maybe are using a triple click or a double tap that gets easily confused. The same thing goes with the head tracking. It's surprisingly sensitive. You don't have to be kind of vigorously shaking your head. Just a very gentle nod will be picked up as answer a phone call, and a very gentle shake will actually reject a call. And again, this part actually worked better than even the tick here. For me, it was about 9 out of 10 times. It just worked flawlessly.
Pros and cons. Pros: freedom, portability, and extended battery life. Connectivity experts are focused on developing technologies. Cons: low battery, Bluetooth 4.0. Issue apply in Ecuador. Alexa in Ecuador. Amazon Alexa, also known simply as Alexa, is a virtual assistant technology developed by Amazon. First used in the Amazon Echo smart speakers developed by Amazon Lab 126. It is capable of voice interaction, music playback, making to-do lists, setting alarms, streaming podcasts, playing audiobooks, and providing weather, traffic, sports, and other real-time information, such as news. Alexa can also control several smart devices using itself as home automation system. Users are able to extend the Alexa capabilities by installing kiosks, additional functionality developed by third-party vendors in other settings, more core as with the products and the factors. Conclusions: TWS Earbuds technology is becoming increasingly important as the number of audio applications and features rise. Different factors have to be considered for a variety of applications, ranging from audio quality to water and dust provenance to size and cost. Infineon offers a portfolio of sensitive microphones that range from low-cost models to products that deliver the highest performance level. Devices with a single backplate are robust and cost-effective but have limited acoustic performance, whereas MEMS devices with DBP provide improved acoustics. STM technology combines the highest acoustic performance SNR out to 75 dB with high robustness IP57 SDM means microphones with best-in-class ASMR are robust against dust and water and an ideal choice for emerging applications such as high-quality video, audio conference, and medical tracking. Thank you for watching my video.